We got Andrew in front of us on the KTM 300. We got my brother Kelly behind us on the 2018 YZ250X, and then we got Bryce on a Husky 450. So. Warming up. So today I just kind of wanted to talk about, you know, why I ride a YZ versus, you know, something like you know, Andrew has, like the KTM. So, you know, obviously I could go and get like a KTM 300 or something like that, a Husky Beta gas. But at the end of the day, this is the bike that I have, right? And the best bike you have, or the best bike to ride, is the one that you have. Now, I've had this thing a long time and I'm a little nostalgic, so that's probably plays a bit into it. But I really do believe that Yamaha, the YZ250 is one of the greatest bikes ever made. And is it the greatest at everything? No, not at all. But it is a perfect platform. And I mean, you see it all the time. Guys build these things into really anything they want. You see them as track bikes, you see them as Euro bikes. I mean, you see them as desert bikes, as Euro bikes, obviously track bikes, because that's what they originally intended for. But also the simple fact that Yamaha hasn't changed this bike in 20 years. You know, other than a few minor changes here and there with the suspension, and of course the X model. But even the X model didn't really too much compared to the original bike. Now, Yamaha definitely has their work cut in for them when it comes to making these things really competitive with KTM Husky, Gas Beta, Turco, etc. Big thing being, I mean, you just saw it a second ago, E-Start is awesome, and it really helps you in these. It's really crappy situations, especially when you're off camber, or on a rock, or just in a really good position where if the bike was running, you could flip it up the obstacle, but
expecting it with the dead start. I went back down and hit it again. I was like, screw that.
Now, the fact that the Yamaha, the 250 has been around for so long, that adds the benefit of there being so many aftermarket parts. And, you know, a lot of people, like, take, you know, Cody Webb, for example. You know, there's so many forums and people who know these bikes so well that people have been really able to make them into what they want using aftermarket. I mean, that's kind of what I've done with this bike. You know, almost lost my front end there. You know, top end, new, new head, gearing, and, you know, clutches, hydraulic clutch. I mean, they even have the e-start kits, which I may do in the future if it doesn't destroy my bank account. But, you know, there's something to be said for Yamaha, you know, not putting in the R&D to make these things really capable, yet they still are very capable. But it's a double-edged sword, right? It's you know, Yamaha could, you know, put in a hydraulic clutch from the factory. They could put in an e-start from the factory. You know, they could mess with the gearing other than just adding a longer portion of grip. There's so much that Yamaha could do to make these bikes truly spectacular. Now, I already think these things are spectacular. I mean, just the things that they've done and the things that people have done on them and with them. But it just kind of annoys me that they put so much R&D into their 4-strokes. And it's like they don't give the same amount of love to their, arguably their most iconic, you know, machine that they have. I mean, you look at Uh-oh.
I think Bryce got jammed up on that, like, super quick, like, hill.
Oh.
I always have to clutch up to get up that.
That was fun, dude.
I like that one.
That's one of my favorite trails. And then there's another one that we passed over, right? It's over there.
Yeah, this one eventually takes you around to that.
Oh, he's gonna roll it back. Back up. Back up. You're not gonna be able to hit it from right here. There we go. Get back out, get back out. I got you. was gonna have you get on, then I would push you.
Oh, alright.
Thank you. Oh yeah, it's sticking. We'll fix it when we get home. Decided to come out with, you know, a 2-stroke, could be their 125, could be their 250, hell, it could be a 300, but you know, that has e-start, hydraulic clutch, proper, you know, off-road gearing. I mean, I think they'd sell like hotcakes. KTM has cornered the market when it comes to, you know, off-road 2-strokes, and it wouldn't be such a bad idea for Yamaha to jump on that train, but hey, if I could run that company for a day, that's the first thing I'd do. So is the Yamaha YZ250 the greatest bike of all time? I could see the argument for yes, you know. Obviously I could see the argument for no as well, as it's not, you know, amazing at one thing, but it's good at everything, so I mean, that makes it pretty great in my book. I just discovered that this whole time my camera's been on the wrong setting. So if you see this video, it means I thought the camera quality was good enough to post, but this is what it should have looked like the whole time. So hopefully that the video quality is decent. So I apologize in advance. The rest of this video is going to kind of be a narrow view on the camera. I apologize. Joyride. I was in the wrong gear. I was in second. Should have been first. much all for today. I'm gonna continue to rip around with the boys. But something I felt like I wanted to talk about, so. All right, well, stay safe out there, guys. If you have a bike, ride it. If you don't have a bike, get one. And this is Moto Medic. God bless.